Hello fellow Toastmasters, getting questions about co-hosting, hosting, polling, people trying this at home and finding things aren't available. So let's just clear up how Zoom gets the settings to work. This video is all about who is in control. The simple answer is the person that starts the meeting is the person that is in control of the settings. It is their settings that will determine what is available during the meeting, and you need to get these settings right because quite a few of them you cannot change during a meeting. Some can, but for simplicity let's just say that you should have all your settings correctly set up the way you want them before you start the meeting, apart from you might need to edit the polling questions, but even the polling questions I suggest you have ready in some version before you start the meeting. The person that starts the meeting needs to have a pro account of Zoom. Everybody else, even if they are co-hosts, only needs the free account. The person that starts the meeting needs to have the pro account. If you're not sure if you've got a pro account, you can simply go to the account management tab down the left hand side, click on the billing tab, and you should have a bill for a pro account. As you can see here, I have a pro account. I have 100 participants that I can have on my account. I have not at this moment purchased any add-ons, but there are some reasons why I might want to do that later. But for the normal stuff, which is area meetings, you can have up to 100 people joining in, including contestants and all staff. I think that's enough, really. I hope that's enough. When we get to district, okay, we may need to go higher. But for your normal club meetings, I think a limit of 100 people is probably enough. And so, I'll just say it once more. The person that starts the meeting needs this pro account. When they've got this pro account, then if you click on settings on the left hand side, you can then see that here there is a schedule meeting, meeting basic, in meeting advance. If you don't have a pro account, most of the options in this meeting advance, if not all, will not be available to you. So if you wish to play, if you wish to test things and you don't have a pro account, unfortunately you won't be able to, because some of the features are only available in the pro account. Bit of a dilemma for you. Maybe you want to upgrade to a pro account for 1 month so that you can see and get used to the settings. Maybe you could borrow the account that's going to have the pro settings that's going to be used. But for the actual meeting, you don't need to have that pro account. I think I've flogged that situation to its extreme now. So those things that you're going to really need for contests are here in this pro account. The first one at the top, in meeting advance, you're going to need the breakout room. You're going to need it ticked so that you can put contestants into a separate room, give them rules, give them regulations, tell them what needs to be done, and then bring them out, and they're not going to be in front of the normal audience in the rest of the room. The other thing you might want to do, I haven't done it before, but I can see actually a lot of clubs now using it. You might want to turn on the waiting room so that you can leave the participants out of the room prior to the event. So you could start your Zoom maybe an hour before, allowing people to get in, allowing people to make sure they know what's going on, however you want to do it, but leave other participants in the waiting room so that they don't interfere with your setting up. And the other things you're going to need is you're going to need to set up the co-host feature, which I have now forgotten where it is. So I'm going to use a find feature and see if I can find it. No, it's not. It's co-host. That's how it's mentioned. There it is. So there's the setting. So you need to make sure your co-host setting is on. Otherwise, you're not going to have people to help you, and you need people to help you. Broadband is not a perfect system. If your connection goes down and you are the meeting host, the meeting will actually continue without you, but no one will be able to move people around. which of course is going to make it very difficult to run. So you need a co-host or two so that they can share the workload, and if you have to stop for some reason, they can take on those jobs for you. And below that, polling is going to be needed by meetings who want to do votes. So for normal meetings, that's why we're going to use polling. And the next one, which again is important for both meetings and for competitions, allow hosts to put attendee on hold. If you mute somebody and they unmute themselves and cause trouble, and then you mute them and they unmute themselves and cause trouble, you don't have a way of sanctioning them unless you have this one. Allow a host to put an attendee on hold. It puts them on a naughty step. It gets them off the meeting. It's a simple way of doing it. There is a way you can kick them off the meeting. If you do, then there is another setting which you would need to check, which is the bottom one here. Allow remove participants to rejoin. In other words, if you kick somebody and you have this enabled like I do, they can come back into the meeting. That is why I personally prefer the ability to put them on the naughty step. So this video has gone on a little bit longer than I really anticipated, but let's summarize again with the main features. Only the host needs the pro version. All the settings that the host has set in their pro version will be the ones that are applicable to the meeting. If you wish to play with the settings, like breakout rooms, like co-hosts, then unfortunately you have to have a pro account. So you may decide to upgrade for a month for the pro account just to get used to the features. This virus could have us doing online meetings for quite a while, so I can understand why people would like to upgrade. But the only person from a practical point of view that needs to have a pro account is the person running the meeting, the person who starts the meeting. And there is no reason why, and some clubs are doing this, there is no reason why you can't share a pro account between several clubs. The only proviso is, of course, that only one of you will be able to log in and create and host or play with the meeting at the same time, so you will need to coordinate if you're doing that. But frankly, it's not very expensive compared to a room hire, so I don't see the cost of buying a pro account for a club that big an issue. We will continue to keep adding videos. Make sure you're subscribed and listed on the playlist, because the playlist, I will keep the most up-to-date videos on there, and when they are superseded by other videos, I will kick the old ones off the playlist and replace them with the new ones. Good luck, and above all, enjoy yourselves, because this is another great challenge for Toastmasters.